Hola, yo soy Joey Cora. Esta es mi esposa Kiria Cora y somos los fundadores de la Fundación Cora.
Hello, everybody. My name is Kiria Cora. I am the director at the Cora Foundation. And today in our podcast, we are going to enjoy 3 different students from Miami Dade, which work has been successfully impacting not only the community, the students, and the bullying in Florida. We are going to join 3 different students from 3 different projects, perspectives, ambitions, and missions in life, which they are fighting against bullying. And before we are going to invite our students, I want to invite my friends Tammy Massa before we are going to call our guesses in on the back, because for this person, she was the main purpose for this project, and she was the one who introduced me these 3 girls. I want to call Tammy Massa, who is the director at my safe school in Miami Dade. Hola, Tammy.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Bienvenida, gracias, Tammy, por todos tus contactos y toda tu ayuda. Y quería que antes de que invitáramos a nuestras 3 estudiantes, le contaras un poco sobre tu conexión con ellas y por qué nos lo ha propuesto a The Cora Foundation para poder ser entrevistadas.
Mira, en cierto modo yo me siento muy orgullosa del trabajo que estas niñas están realizando, puesto que he sido como una especie de inspiración para ellas. Yo las conozco a través de sus madres, porque sus madres forman parte de mi organización, My Safe School. Ellas trabajan en el grupo general que tenemos de todos los padres, los 2,000, casi 3,000 padres que tenemos. Y estas niñas han creado unos proyectos en contra del bullying que realmente son dignos de admirar, porque ha sido de su propia inspiración. Y una de las cosas que me queda clara es que la juventud tiene conciencia de cambio y estas niñas lo están demostrando y por eso me siento muy orgullosa de ellas.
Claro que sí. Bueno, muchas gracias, Tammy. De verdad que yo también, leyendo sus proyectos, he podido tener la conexión completa de que hay que apoyarlas y hay que motivarlos muchísimo a que sean una juventud de cambio, de que vean en sus proyectos y en su visión de que sí se puede, de que todos juntos podemos estar. Así que, bueno, vamos a invitar y vamos, antes de poder invitar a nuestra primera persona, vamos a leer un poco su biografía. Ella es Alysha Brown y she decided to go into the roots of bullying and create a project called Talking to Mona. Talking to Mona is a project that teaches kids from 1st to 3rd grade a healthier alternative for processing their emotions through writing. Many kids find it difficult to share emotions because of intimidations, fear of confrontation, shyness, lacking communication skills, or simple not having anyone to talk to. My projects, she says in her biography, strengthens their writing skill while also giving them a confidence to write to a stuffed animal. The teachers then responds to the student notes as a stuffed animal flourishes the child imagination into believing. But with no more waiting, let's invite our first student, Alysha Brown. Hello, Alysha. How are you? Welcome to the
Hi.
podcast.
Hi, my name is Alyssa. I'm in 12th grade. I'm a senior at Terra Environmental Research Institute. And I initially started this project through Girl Scouts for my Girl Scout Gold Award, which is the highest award you can receive in scouting. My project, like my biography said, I decided to reach into my roots of bullying. I was bullied from the kindergarten to the 4th grade. And I felt that I didn't have anybody to talk to. Growing up in a family of boys, we were always told, suck it up, don't cry, all this stuff. So I felt like I couldn't address my family. And then my mom, I tried to confront her, confide in her, but she processes stuff very different from me. So she would be like, just ignore it, but that doesn't work for me. So I didn't have nobody to talk to. So that inspired my project to help kids have someone to talk to, have someone to vent to, so they don't have to go through the emotional struggle that I did.
What are the reactions from the little kids when you present your project in schools?
So I don't present it directly to the kids. I hold faculty meetings with the teachers, and basically I provide a stuffed animal, and these students write to the stuffed animal, and their imaginative minds, they believe that the stuffed animal is real, and they'll have a conversation with them, saying, oh, this kid is being mean, oh, I'm being bullied, or even, oh, today was a great day, I'm scared about this test. They just write to the animal thinking that it's real. And then the teacher, they reply as the animal to feed the child's imagination so that they can build that relationship and keep getting those notes.
Wow, what a great way to express their frustration with the bullying. That's a super creative idea, and I believe it will be really successful. What do you think, in your experience so far, that this project will go in the future?
I think so far that I already had a successful year at Dr. Manuel Cibarero. I worked with around 9 to 10 classes from first to third grade. And like I said, students wrote about being scared about math tests or having somebody bully them, all this stuff. And one impact that I didn't realize, it wasn't my intention, but it also helped their writing skills, because nowadays technology is used a lot more. So students use their writing skills a lot less. So this helps infirm that foundation.
Yes, you are right. Let me ask you something else. Is your project going to be far and far in the way that you will develop more skills for little kids in the school?
Yes, I do plan. I'm actually working right now with different schools, and I'm planning to implement it in their schools. Now, last year was just the trial run, so I only did one, and now I'm hoping to do 4, maybe 5.
Wow. What are the social media where the other students that they can be successfully creating another projects they can reach to you?
Well, I'm sorry. Can you ask again?
Yes. What are the social media
Mhm.
where the other student can reach to you to ask you for any question?
My Instagram is talking to Mona. There below, and that has my project info, the process, my plan, my background, and it also has pictures of the students putting notes and everything.
Wow. What is your main goal for this project in your future?
I hope that it just opens up the school atmospheres. It allows kids to actually use writing as a tool. It's actually promoted by child therapists to use writing as a skill for processing your emotions. So instilling this practice now can help them in the future by teaching them that practice.
Sounds great. Finally, we are so proud of your job, and I want you to be able to continue growing and growing this project, because I believe with the vision that you have, you are a way to very, very, very unique way that the little ones can express their feelings about how they are confronting and they are suffering at some point in school. Thank you for being an instrument to communicate their feeling and how they feel about the bullying. Do not go away, okay? Because I want you to hear the other students where we are going to invite our next guest, that is Jennifer Santos. And Jennifer has a very unique project also, and she is a student in high school, and she is also proposing the project at create students projects in school. This group will be made on students who, with the support of counselors and school police, will have the mission of detecting bullying in any of its manifestations. For this, we ask for the support of both the school system, the city, and the police, so that this group of young people receive training to know how to act in these cases. It could be a small workshop taught by college psychology professor or counselor from the school or the mental health department of the Miami Dade Public School, as well as the police. Let's invite Jennifer, who will be joining us right now to explain his projects.
Hi.
Hi, Jennifer. Welcome to this podcast. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
So to introduce myself to the audience,
Yes.
my name is Jennifer Santos. I am in 10th grade and I'm currently studying at Downtown Doral Charter Upper School. My project, as Miss Goda said, is basically to create student-led groups in schools that are trained by people like police officers, psychology professors, mental health counselors, in order to identify bullying and its different types, and also so they can know how to effectively stop the bullying.
Wow. Jennifer, we are so proud of you. And also, we met with Jennifer in Florida about 2 weeks ago, where she introduced me in the school at what is the school that you
Downtown Doral Charter Upper School.
Downtown, yes, exactly. And she invited me to the school to have an observation day that it was really successful, really powerful, because I see your projects will be perfect for every single school, because we need patrols in every single school, which they can be observing the environment and they can be reporting in an effective way, where we can attend to bullying in a different perspectives. In your experience, let me explain to our audience, Jennifer, what is the mission and the vision and the values of your projects?
So the mission is to help students that are victims of bullying from like sorry, I blanked. So it's to help students that are victims of bullying, harassment, or discrimination, regardless of the race or any factor. My vision is to create a safe environment where students can feel calm. A safe school allows children and young people to focus more on their activities, enhancing their skill and abilities. My values is that we thrive to create a better future by strengthening and collective talent of each of our members and those people we impact with our work, being responsible and committed to our own principles.
Wow. Yes.
I also
Well,
wanted to state that the reason why the student patrols are student-led is because most likely victims of bullying won't go to any counselor or teacher in fear of it getting worse or in fear of the teacher telling those students' parents.
yes, I am completely agree with you, because we need to create some kind of organization inside the school in order to be better handled the bullying report. In your experience so far, had you have any opportunity to implement this project in the school?
Well, I'm currently working with people in the staff to start it up as a club, so then I can have a meeting with the head of the schools, Miss Acevedo Eisenberg, so that way I can implement it not only in the upper school, but also in the elementary school. And then after we see how the results of that will happen, then I'll try to implement it in more schools.
In your experience, what strategies have you developed to help a student who witness bullying feel empowered to interview or to have a little interventions in a safe and a seek help in the school?
Well, I haven't had people tell me that they're being bullied yet, but I've developed some strategies, which is to give the victim counseling and then to also have counseling with the bully themselves to see why they would want to bully someone.
Yes, I am completely agree with you. And also, I wanna ask you one more questions. What challenges do you think students face when trying to report or stand up against bullying? How does the projects can help overcome this barrier?
Well, many problems why students won't tell on the bully is because, as I mentioned before, they have a fear that the bullying would get worse and that it's going to go into extreme measures. For example, I know some people that would not even dare to tell any sort of adult because they're scared that it's going to get worse and they just don't want to deal with any of that.
Yes.
The reasoning why I believe that the student patrols would be a better solution is because instead of telling an adult, they're telling peers, since victims of bullying are more likely to tell peers than adults. So with student patrols being more student led, then there would be less cases of bullying.
Yes, I am completely agree with you. I believe we have to create good peers connections in order to help students who are suffering of bullying. I believe the triangle of bullying are going to be successful when somebody has to say something when they see something, and somebody have to be with the victims in any case that they are attacking and they are having a difficult situation. I completely agree with you. And Jennifer, could you please share with the audience where they can follow your projects?
Well, I'm posting updates on my project on my Instagram. That is Jen Santos BS.
Okay, Jennifer Santos, Jen Santos BS. Okay, is your Instagram social media. Okay. Thank you, Jennifer. And don't go far because we are gonna be back in a minute. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes. And we are gonna continue with our podcast, and our third students is Sheila. Our second student is going to be Sheila López, estudiante de secundaria y creadora de Stand Up, donde ella quiere contarnos su proyecto para enseñar empatía a los niños y reducir el bullying de una manera divertida y educativa. Como alguien que ha experimentado lo difícil que puede ser la escuela cuando no sabes cómo manejar tus emociones o expresar lo que sientes. Ella ha aprendido lo importante que es crear un ambiente de apoyo y respeto. Sheila López es bilingüe y su historia y el origen de Stand Up. Ella tiene 16 años y desde siempre ha tenido un sueño de ser médico para ayudar a los demás. Sin embargo, en su vida también ha tenido desafíos como el bullying, y eso la hizo comprender el valor de la empatía y el respeto. Gracias al apoyo de su familia, pudo superar estos momentos, y fue entonces cuando supo que quería ayudar a otros niños a no sentirse solos e incomprendidos. Stand Up is a project where she can have an personal experience, una experiencia personal de convicción de que los niños aprenden desde que son pequeños y la importancia de ponerse en el lugar de los demás. Podemos construir un futuro mejor. Su meta con Stand Up es de que cada niño pueda participar y pueda aprender a entender y expresar sus emociones mientras construyen una comunidad más amable y mejor. Así que sin más preámbulos, quiero invitar a nuestra tercera estudiante, Sheila. Hola, Sheila.
Hola.
Welcome to our podcast. And she is fully bilingual.
Yes.
Our Sheila Lopez. Tell us about your project, Sheila.
So, Stand Up is a project that I created because everyone talks about bullying in a very negative way. So, I wanted to put light in that way. So, I would like to start kids from a young and early age to learn about empathy and how to be kind because let's be real, it all starts from the beginning. Like it grows over time. So, I want to help the kids learn how to be kind, how to share, how to do everything by a young age. So we'll say about from 3 to about 8 years old.
Yes, I believe when you start teaching from the very early age, do you believe that the root of this problem will be really minimizing?
So I believe that from an early age, you do learn everything because it creates habit. So if you create a habit of being nice and learning that, oh, don't treat this person the way you don't want to be treated, then that's a lesson you carry on for the rest of your life because that's what I was taught when I was young, and I would never want to treat someone the way that I wouldn't want to be treated.
Yes, I am completely agree with you. Let me ask you something. How these projects address the roots of the cause of bullying, and what impact do you hope it will be have for both victims and bystanders?
So freshman year, which is a school that I didn't go to, I currently go to Coral Park Senior High School, but freshman year I did go to a different school. So I experienced a really like bad experience in my school that I had to leave. And it was a very difficult time, but with the support of my family and my mom, I was able to overcome those moments. So I realized that many kids don't have the tools that they need to stand up for themselves or express their feelings because when I was in that position, I didn't feel like I could talk to anyone. So I just started to depress myself. So I don't want that to happen for other kids. So I want to change that by teaching empathy from a very early age. And I'm also inspired by the idea that if children learn to respect each other and work as a team, we can build a fairer and more peaceful future.
Yes, I am I am completely agree with you. Thank you for share with your project. And let me ask you something else. What strategy have you developed to help students who witness bullying to feel empowered to interview safety or seek help?
So wait, can you repeat that?
Yes. What strategies with your projects are you implementing to give a space for safe out or to seek for help?
So basically, I have my book here if you want me to show. So I have a
Yes.
coloring book and it's about the little green duckling. So I don't know if people have heard of
Yeah.
El Pato
Mhm.
Feo. So this is a more positive narrative on that story. So the little green duckling, his name is Toby. He has a little bit of issues and not issues. He has green feathers and he thinks that it's an issue because the frogs in the pond were making fun of him. And he just wanted to play. So he asks his mom and he's like, "Mom, why am I green?" And the mom explains that being green is what makes us unique because if everyone in the world was the same, the world would be a very boring place. So what I do is that I visit daycares and schools and hopefully in the future libraries in the community, and I engage with interactive activities. So I bring little little
So
so this
cute.
is Toby, and I bring little toys. So it also, which I didn't know, but coloring develops a lot of motor skills. So I didn't know that, and then that's what my early childhood teacher told me because I take early childhood and basically coloring, interacting with each other, interacting with other like toys, it develops your motor skills at the same time. So that also helps. But basically with the story, it's saying a story and at the end of the story is a moral. So we'll read the story and at the story I pass out the coloring books and I pass around the ducks, I pass around the frogs, and all the kids are like with the toys. And it's a super cool and super cute like experience.
Wow, I'm so impressed about your project. Also, Sheila has a website, Sheila, right?
Yes.
Yes. Could you please share how the audience can be reached to your projects?
So in my website, it's at www.standupfl, and there's a number, an email, and an Instagram little logo. So you can also go to the Instagram with standupfl, and you could just send a DM, and then basically like we could go to the school or the daycare that you want, and I could just bring them a book, and hopefully there's going to be more stories.
Of course. Thank you very much for creating this project. I believe that you are going to be a powerful change for the world. Not only you, every single one that I want to invite right now, because I want these three girls to see each other and to see the powerful ways that you are transforming the future. You are putting a little seeds in the world where everybody can be better. What do you think for the last 10 minutes to share with each other? I want to give the first word to Alysha. Alysha, what are you expecting after you listen these two other students standing up and doing something different for our future?
I hope that we continue to empower each other and encourage each other to continue our efforts, because we have come a long way, and we do a lot in order to make our project actually be implemented and actually happen in schools and in libraries. So I hope that we all continue and inspire others.
Right. Yes. What do you think, Jennifer? Are you expecting about these other two students?
Honestly, those two projects are amazing. They're phenomenal. I am very excited to be working with you guys, to be like in the same group as you guys. I hope, like how Alyssa said, that we can all empower each other to make our projects stronger.
Thank you, Jennifer. What about you, Sheila? What are you expecting from the other two students to be connected with you?
So I really love the idea of both projects, and I love that we can grow in a much more nicer world, hopefully in a much better community with everything. And I believe that all of these three projects will be able to help us get to that. ¿Cómo se dice metal? Ese metal.
Puedes decirlo en español también para la audiencia.
Sorry, my Spanglish is coming out, guys.
No, I believe that you are a powerful girls that's with a little projects that is going to be big in the future. You are going to be transforming not only school environments, the possibility to make a change in decisions life every day. Because I believe every day is an opportunity to do something different. And I believe with this project that you are creating, you can be something great. And I want to invite Tammy to say the last word in this podcast about your project. Hola, Tammy.
Hola, otra vez. Bueno, ¿qué es lo que yo puedo decir? Lo voy a decir en español.
Sí.
Alysha, sé que me entiendes.
Ujú.
Se siente muy gratificante saber que los niños tienen conciencia de cambio y que a través de los proyectos que ellos están realizando pueden lograr que este cambio sea significativo en las escuelas y con los niños para evitar el bullying. Es interesante saber que son niñas que han tenido estas iniciativas. En el caso de Sheila fue víctima de bullying y esto la ha llevado a hacer este proyecto. El caso de Alysha ha trabajado muy bien en su proyecto y me parece único también. Y el caso de Jennifer ha sido persistente. A las tres las conozco y de las tres quiero decirles que me siento muy orgullosa de ustedes tres. I'm very proud porque ustedes realmente son el cambio que necesitamos y siguen así, no bajen los brazos y sigan hacia adelante porque ese cambio viene y ese cambio es de parte de todos ustedes de la juventud.
Claro que sí. Y para terminar, quiero compartirles esta frase. Nadie merece ser acosado. Nobody deserves to be bullied. Because what you has been, nobody should be facing anything. And I think, okay, I'm gonna share one more time your social media for Jennifer, for Sheila, and for Alysha. And thank you for being part of this project, and thank you for being a voice for other in a school where you are going to be transforming our future. And we are so proud of your project. And as your mom, I should be super powerful. And I know that every single month, okay, is part of your projects because you are contributing to be a change in our future. And thank you very much for joining today. And any last word that you want to say before we close this podcast? No? Well, we are asking God to bless your life and to bless your projects because I believe that the Lord, I want to share this with you that says, the Lord sets the captives free, the Lord opened the eyes of the blind, and the Lord lifts up the fallen. The Lord loves the righteous. Psalm 146, 7 and 8. And I believe that you are an instrument of freedoms for those victims of bullying. Thank you, and God bless your project and your family and your life with many, many ideas to continue growing your project and to continue touching people's life because you are transforming not only one student life, you are transforming community and school environments and feel so proud of you, girls. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, and see you in the next episode. And I want to invite you to be and to subscribe to our new channel, the Cora Foundation, and to continue listening our podcast and the Cora Foundation. And thank you for being part of our new projects at the Cora Foundation because nobody deserves to be bullied. And thank you for everything. And we are so, so powerful because we are instruments of God to transform people's environments and life. Thank you for being part of the Cora Foundation podcast.